Hello everyone, it's Melinda here with CatSmashPuzzles, and welcome to part 2 of the DFW 2025 Spooktacular. And again, I am here with some new Cobble Hill puzzles. So, as on the previous video, I went over the solo competition and the teams competition. Now we're going to do pairs and pairs relay. So, what I did before was we did the solo competition, and the teams competition was last. And in the middle was pairs relay was the second competition, and then pairs. So, little recap of the last video a little bit. I got second place in solos, our team got second place, and I got a couple prize puzzles because of that. Got my first one here, and then my second one. And we had a power outage at the end of the tournament, so that was all kind of fun. I went over that there was a puzzle swap, that there was a sprint, and there was just a lot of other fun things going on, like a bingo. So I'll go over a little more activities that were going on during the competition, but let's go ahead and dive into the next rounds. So, pairs relay. Again, when I saw that it was going to be Cobble Hill type puzzles, I didn't have any 275-piece puzzles to practice with. So I simply just used the 351 I practiced with as kind of practice for this. But Christina and I had actually done 2 Cobble Hill puzzles a couple weeks before. We had 2 weeks where we went and met up with each other. I went down to her, she came up to me, and we practiced puzzles. The one where she came up to me, we actually did a lot of the world's pair puzzles, and I'll go over that when I do the world's puzzles for sure. And Cobble Hill puzzles are very big. And what me and Christina tend to do with relays is we kind of pivot. So we're sitting across from each other. We're not side by side. We're not flipping chairs or anything. We put the puzzles sideways, and then we just kind of turn to the next puzzle as we switch. And in pair relays, we have 2 puzzles that we have to complete, but we only can work on one at a time. So one pair partner handles one puzzle, the other handles the other. And each of you, every 5 minutes, switch to the other puzzle. So not both of you are ever working on one puzzle at a time. So we've done practice, we've done pairs, we've actually done a very good pair relay before. We got first place in the last showdown. So we felt pretty confident, but let's see what we got here. So we had 2 puzzles. The first being Country Friends, and the second here, Lazy Day on the Dock. Now, my favorite was Lazy Day on the Dock, not this one. For some reason, the Country Friends one threw me off. And I decided to do this one by myself here for the video, and I did it in about 21 minutes, which, not awful, but I was trying to get under 20 minutes. So after our solo rounds, we reorganized our area, and I was very self-conscious about space this time, especially on my solo puzzle, but more so for pairs, because we really wanted to keep control of our space. In solo, you only had half the table, and in pairs, you had the whole table. So Christina and I made sure that we would do the puzzles sideways, and we would pivot back and forth to each other. We set up for our pairs table, and these were the 2 puzzles. So these 2 are 275 pieces apiece. It's hard to say. And so it's a little bit bigger than the normal piece size that you handle with relays. It's usually a 200-piece puzzle. So you're doing actually a 550-piece puzzle, technically. So this makes it a little more difficult, and it's also bigger pieces because they're cut that way. Now my predictions were Autumn Reflections. I'll kind of show you both of them right here. And Taking a Break. Those were the 2 I thought they would be for our relay, and I was once again incorrect. So now I am 0 out of 5 of my predictions. I'm not doing so well. I will not guess again. Alright, so those are my predictions for the relay, and that's not what it turned out to be. So, that being said, let's smash it.
Mike, you ready on the timer?
Excuse me, what?
Alright, everyone get ready. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go!
Oh, I was on both accounts. Oh, Lord. Oh, upturn. I know. Oh, Lord. All right.
Get all them pieces out.
Yep.
Oh, water in the corner here. Well, we did those two puzzles in 30 minutes and 34 seconds. Christina started on the Country Friends ones, and I started on the Puppy ones, and it actually came together kind of nicely. I really did the corner with the water, and I think I really just organized it properly, and I think I set it up for success. Now, when it comes to these relays, when you do your first switch at the 5-minute mark, it's kind of jolting because you're now moving to a new puzzle, and you're kind of started that one, so you usually don't go from one puzzle to another in the middle of puzzling. So it's a bit of an adjustment when you transfer over for the first time. The second time is not as bad because you were semi-familiar with it when you did it the first time. So it's just an initial switch is like, oh goodness, I'm doing a different puzzle. So I, again, was not a big fan of this one for some reason. I think this one just needed a bit more organization and we would have been faster. But We didn't quite get under 30 minutes. I was kind of hoping, but again, it's not 500 pieces. It's 550, and again, the 30-minute mark is good for 300s. It's good for, I guess, 200 pieces. We should have been doing that, but these are bigger puzzles, so the time isn't too bad. Now, where did that get us? We got second place, right behind Shay and Amy. And they actually finished their relay puzzles in 27 minutes and something seconds. And so they were the only ones under 30 minutes, and they were a little bit ahead of us. 3 minutes is kind of a bit of a gap for pair relay, so they did pretty well together. We got second place out of 60 pairs, and I think, again, we did really well. I do think that we're definitely improving, and I think besides some space management issues with the country puzzle, we did pretty good. We may have been in first place if we had just organized it a little bit better, but otherwise I think we did really well. What puzzle did I think was harder? Probably technically this one, but I still like this one better. I don't know. It spoke more to me than this one. This one should have been easier because of the borders, but this was the one that actually we finished second. So again, when you are finishing one puzzle, you can't, if you're not the one doing that puzzle at that point, you can't touch it, and therefore you can talk to your partner and say, hey, that piece goes here, that piece goes there, but you can't touch the pieces. And if you get switched in the middle, then it's your turn to handle the puzzle, and then your partner can talk to you and point, which I think is what happened. I actually was still working on the country puzzle, and Christina had finished the puppy puzzle, and so she moved over and started talking to me, and then I couldn't quite finish it before the next switched, and then she finished it off. So that's what happened with pair relays. So can't complain about the results. Once again, I got a competition prize puzzle and another coupon. So this was Pumpkin Patch Cats, and then this one is Harvest Festival. So getting more puzzles for prizes. That's how we did in the pair relay. And then after that, we had a little bit of time actually, and we decided to have lunch. So I think in the middle of that, I went and did the sprint, which I told you how I did in the last video. And I think I kind of looked up more of the puzzle swap tables. And there was also a puzzle shop where you could actually buy prior Showdown competition puzzles. I believe there was a vendor. She was selling her own puzzles and her own art, I believe, was there. That was kind of cute. She had a lot of Christmas stuff out, which I thought was interesting. And then I think they announced the costume winners before the pairs round. And they announced more, they had some raffle prizes, so you had a ticket when you came in. I didn't win anything, unfortunately. And then everybody had a bingo card where you go around and asking people and you mark off that spot or they sign it for you. I usually do participate in that, but lately I haven't been because I'm trying to film and trying to get pictures, and I have a lot of friends now in the speed puzzling community, and so I do a lot of talking, so I don't really have time to do the bingos. Now, after we had lunch, we got prepared for the pairs round. And so I had second place in solo, second pair relay. Teams is after the pairs, so I didn't know I would get second place there. So I'm starting to see a streak of second place. So I'm like, am I going to just do a second place sweep? We'll see. Now, on to the pairs round. This is Halloween treats. And this was the only prediction I got correct. I predicted this would be the 500-piece pairs puzzle. So I get 1 out of 5. So it was very easy for me to guess which one the pairs puzzle would be because there wasn't a lot of 500-piece Halloween puzzles from Cobble Hill to choose from. And I mentioned that me and Christina had done some practice puzzles prior to that because we were preparing for this event. And we actually did do this puzzle. And we did it in 32 minutes and 3 seconds. So when we opened it up, you can hear me cheer, yes! You know, I was super excited to see that we actually got a puzzle we did prior. So I pretty much hoped that we would get first place in this one. That was the goal. And so before I start the video, we immediately just did a pick and place method on this one. And you will see how we did it. So let's smash it.
Mike, we got a timer? All right, everyone be ready in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go!
Yes!
I have a prediction that was correct. I'll take it back.
Now we can start recording.
Yes. Alright, we did this in what, 32 minutes late last?
We have some of an idea.
Yeah. Muscle memory kicking in, right?
Wow, we did this puzzle in 29 minutes and 57 seconds. Almost 3 minutes faster than our first attempt. and we got right under that 30-minute mark. Regardless of placement, we got under 30 minutes. I was super happy with that. I think it was one of the few 500 pieces we've done under 30 minutes. I'm so glad that we're seeing all this practice come to fruition. We're getting faster and faster. Now, to be fair, this is our second attempt. And as you can see in the video, we simply just did a pick and place method. We flipped all the pieces over. We had one side where all the pieces were, and then on the other side, we literally just built the puzzle piece by piece, sideways, so that neither one of us was doing it upside down, and we just went. And we remember where certain pieces went. We had a pretty good idea of all the bags, so we weren't unfamiliar with the designs. So it just went rather smoothly. We just picked up the pace and just moved it. Now, what did that get us? We got first place! Yes! The only first place I got through the whole competition, even though I got second in the others. So I can't, it's one of those, I thought I was going to sweep second place throughout the whole thing, but we got one first place finish, and I'm super happy to say we did really well. We were the only team under 30 minutes. Amy and Shay were right behind us, though, at about 31 minutes and 14-ish seconds, I believe. So they weren't too far behind. So they would have beat us if it was our first attempt, though. So that does tell you that even when you do a puzzle multiple times, even as a pair, you guys get faster. So for first place, we once again got coupons and a prize puzzle. And my last prize puzzle is right here. And this one's called Fall Harvest. So I got a lot of new 500-piece Cobble Hill puzzles to do. So looking forward to doing those. I hope this was a fun couple videos for y'all to see. I really do think that the next Showdown is going to be definitely something I'll be going to, so it'll be next summer. Before that, I will be going to the Texas State Championship in February, and then I'll be going to USA Nationals in Atlanta in March. I do possibly have a team event that I'm looking at in June as well. It's only a one-day thing. It's a 12-hour marathon. There is a 12-hour marathon in Houston that is being done by the Texas JPA. Unfortunately, I will not be able to go to that one. I would love to have gone, but that's if you're in Texas, by all means, go and check that out. I believe you can have up to 6 team members, and it's a 12-hour marathon where you do puzzles for 12 hours straight, and you kind of rotate in and out. So it looks like a lot of fun. I know that there's these 12-hour, 24-hour marathons popping up here and there, and I do want to do one eventually. So I'm looking at the one in California for the moment. There is a mini tournament going on in November as well, and I will not be able to go to that one either. And then there's a mini tournament, I believe, in January that I don't think I want to attend unless Christina wants to. But there's a lot of competitions that I really want to go to, but I gotta be a little pick and choosy with them. But there are ones I definitely want to go to. Texas Championship for sure. Because if I actually win that, I can get guaranteed payment into Nationals. So, final results. Second place in solo, second place in pairs relay, first place in pairs, and second place in teams. Not bad. So before I wrap this video up, I do want to mention that the Texas State Championship and U.S. Nationals, Christy and I will be paired up. And for our teams, we have invited Shay. Shay is the one who kept beating me at all these rounds in this competition. So we actually are going to have her on our team for both Texas Championship and the U.S. Nationals. And for Texas State Championship, our fourth person is actually Shay's friend. And then the fourth person for our team in Nationals is a lady named Megan. I believe she's up in Minnesota. So she's a very high-ranking blue belt from speedpuzzling.com. And so I think we are a pretty strong team. We did try to get another black belt Texan, but he was unavailable. Well, 2025 DFW Spooktacular was definitely smashed. Thanks so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I will see y'all next time. Bye-bye.